And so, you getting that? You getting that?
I'm getting it all, baby. I'm getting it all.
I can start taking it off. All right, so I'm going to do chapter 1, first round. Chapter 11, second round, if that's okay. Just a bit of an introduction. Stephen King once said, he asked like a million authors, where do you get the ideas? And no author was ever able to tell him where they got the ideas. Stephen asked me. I know where I got the idea for this novel. I had a dream 3 years ago. I dreamt that I was divorced. It was like a lucid dream. And that I couldn't remember my life before being married. And then I was walking through this medical institute, and then it just hit me that I'd been here before, and that my memories had been erased here, and that I'd been placed in a cage with a teenage girl who became my wife later. And my memories had been erased thanks to a telepathic monkey who was walking along the grounds, just absorbing people's memories and just throwing them away and letting them move on from previously traumatic lives. So that was my dream. It was pretty amazing. I woke up thinking, wow, that'd be a novel. That could be a novel. And then I just shelved it for like 3 years. And then it came up, I just picked it up again this summer. And then I started writing one version, and then it kind of like petered out. And then I started reading another version, and it petered out as well. And then I thought, double the monkeys. Double the monkeys! So this is a book with 2 telepathic monkeys. Chapter 1 doesn't have the monkeys, but they're kind of there. And then chapter 11, which I will be reading on the second round, has a telepathic monkey in it. So come for the chapter 1 and stay for the telepathic monkeys. All right, chapter 1. Starts with a breakup, obviously, all true life experiences start with a breakup. As they say, out with the old, in with the nucleus. That's a physics joke. All right, chapter 1, I'm gonna read now, in my first draft kind of voice. Tasha was silent at breakfast the way she'd been for some time. Max found her there, staring into space, listening to the radio. She looked up at him when he walked into the kitchen. He kissed her cheek just as she began to say, "I don't love you anymore," starting her sentence as he bent to kiss her. He understood she was saying something important just from her tone, but as she spoke, having no indication of whether he should refrain from kissing her, he just slowed his gesture down, reaching her cheek just as she ended her sentence, "I don't love you anymore." He remained there, standing bent over at the waist, his face hovering just beside hers. He could smell her shampoo. He said, "What?" And she repeated, "I don't love you anymore." He sat down and smiled, waiting for her face to turn into a smile, but he didn't. He said, "That isn't possible." She said, "Do I? Do we? We've always been so sure." She shrugged. He changed the subject. He supposed she was just angry at him. He asked if there was any bread left, thinking that switching to something cold and factual might precipitate whatever reproach she was nurturing toward him. But she didn't get angry. She answered that there was plenty of bread left. She got up and made him toast, served him some coffee, even added the milk to it. She said, "They had a new blend at the market," in a voice of perfect domesticity. He bit into his toast. With his mouth full, he said, "It's not possible. I've seen equations and shit." Tasha shrugged. She looked away. She said, "I don't think I like you anymore either. I don't recognize myself in anything you do." He bit into his toast again.